Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we have something brand new from NARS. This is the NARS Afterglow Irresistible Eyeshadow Palette. We will swatch it in two different lights, do a few comparisons, and of course, try it on. I'm so glad to have you here. Don't forget that you can also follow me over on Instagram, TikTok, and on Threads. Okay, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say this is a new NARS, just like the other NARS. And you're not wrong, but come on, you got to give it to, I love NARS. There's something about the packaging, the colors, the Ray Francois NARS sets up the whole scene into his palettes. I cannot help but love NARS. If it's NARS, I want to buy it. And I agree, it's very similar. You'll see, let's just get into talking about it. But you'll have to forgive me my innate love for NARS. It has always been a part of me. Okay, so let's look at what we have here. This is limited edition. As pretty much most of NARS is, they have their shades that they often bring back, but the palettes themselves are predictably limited edition. This is $60. We have this super cool gold and pink checkerboard pattern. They have me already. And then inside we have 12 shades of rose, peach, kind of pinks, neutrals. We've got mattes and satins, shimmers, and sparkly glitters. There's also, I do have to tell you, and I didn't pick them up, I probably should have, perhaps that was remiss of me, but there's 6 new shades of the Afterglow Sensual Shine Lipstick, which I love, and 3 new shades of that Afterglow Liquid Blush. If you've ever used it, it's really good. So 3 new shades of that, and 6 of the lipstick that I didn't pick up, but I did want to bring your attention to that. Okay. Again, as I said, you guys might indeed think that this is a little bit repetitive. And I'm going to say it's a little bit more brown than some of the others. But let's look at some swatches first. And of course, I will have this linked below, along with information on how you can join our $4.99 a month membership. I'm so grateful to members. I'm grateful to subscribers. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Along with super thanks and all that good stuff. I'm just so proud of how far we as a community have brought this little channel. All right, let's take a look first at this new Afterglow Irresistible Eyeshadow Palette, first in studio lighting. Here it is as it is laid out in the palette. Those are the order of the pans. Those mattes are really creamy. They're even creamier than usual. I like the way NARS shadows interplay. I'm really excited to use this. I'm going to be using it on camera for the first time with you guys. It's brand new to me. Let's take it outside and look at it first in the warm California sunshine. That is the best way to see all 12 of those shades. I think it's a really pretty palette. Okay, look, let's just get it out of the way. You're going to say, well, I have one. Do I have to buy this one? I think it's a little bit more brown leaning. Look, I am not going to just continually swatch this against a million other NARS palettes. I am super happy. I'm going to compare some by holding it up, but if you actually need swatches or shade comparisons, I am super happy to do that over on Instagram. It's pretty much what I use my Instagram for, so just let me know here or over on Instagram. Let me know your screen name there and I'll tag you. But let's just do a few quick comparisons. Here is our new Afterglow Irresistible Eyeshadow Palette. Let's compare it first to NARS Uninhibited. I mean, there's no doubt this is Uninhibited. Here's our brand new one. There's definite similarities. And I know you're thinking, swatch them. Well, then we have the Summer Unrated. And yeah, here's Summer Unrated. Here's our new one. I mean, there's no doubt there's similarities. They don't even need to be swatched to see that. Summer Solstice. Summer Solstice is right here. Definite, it's a little lighter here. Definite similarities. Orgasm Rising here. Here's our new one. I'm not swatching all these because I really do value your time as a viewer. It's not like I don't want to do these for you if you need them individually, but it's kind of easier to flip through Instagram for people. If I just kind of stick these all, and there's more than that, like the NARS face palettes, which I love and I use on eyes as well. Those have a lot of similarities to this. I'm not gonna lie, I get it. But there's something about NARS that really draws me in and I like collecting their palettes. So I am unashamedly in favor of this, but I do get the I do get the pushback on it. I get it. Okay, let's take a look at this here. I've got my mirror here, and I figure we'll do two different eye looks. I have a NARS palette already on my face. Everything is linked below, and lips. But I'm going to do two different looks with this new Afterglow Irresistible on each eye. And I'm going to fall in love with it, even though I agree. I can tell you I'm going to fall in love with it. Not only are the shades predictable, perhaps my reaction to the shades is predictable as well. I'll admit that. So this is kind of a shimmer shade, and I'm just going to put this all over my eye, on this eye. Very, very pretty, easy. Same, this is a Refer 27 if you're playing along at home. And I'm going to take this right here and just work this into the crease. No need for brush laundry. I'm just going to put this satin shade in there and maybe even underneath the eye. Let's do that. Gosh, you know, I just really feel sophisticated in a NARS palette. And you know, I'm not being paid to say that. They don't know who I am. I have to tell you guys, I'm just like, why doesn't NARS send me a note? Reach out, NARS. They don't, and they won't after this. I'm not begging for them to either, because trust me, they won't. But I do adore them from afar. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of that matte shade there in the corner. Now let's get into a few shimmers here. I'm kind of staying on this side of the palette. I'm going to put some of this on my finger and just kind of stick it right there, up and down there in the middle of the eye. See, it's just so, I don't know. It's just so sophisticated. I'm going to put a little bit more of this shade. This is a Refer 26, by the way. Just into the inner corner, this kind of shimmer shade. And look at this really gentle, sophisticated eye that I just did so quickly. Let's do something, maybe we should go a little bolder on the other eye, perhaps. Okay, so I got a Refer 15 Max here in my hand. Let's go in with this shade here. Right there, and we're going to go just into all over. Let's go all over. I was going to say into the crease, but let's just go all over the mobile lid with it. Oh my God, that's enough as a one and done. That's pretty. I think these are a little bit rosier brown than some of the other palettes. Don't give me any other information and correct me, because you'll be right and that will make me sad. I'm always like, but it's so different. And I know it's not, but I just love it. Okay, and then I'm going to take that same brush and this beautiful cocoa shade and just kind of put it into the outer corner here. I always talk to you guys about this. This is from my friend Daniel Renee over on TikTok. I learned this from. You just kind of stick it down and move it around. I just love him. He's a singer by profession, but I think he's an artiste. And so I borrow that technique and it works so well. And let me get this, here's a Refer number 28, and I'm going to take that same cocoa shade and just put it under the eye. Isn't that pretty? And there's no real sparkle yet on the eye, but I'm very happy with it. If I keep this Refer 28 in my hand, I'm going to go into this shade right here. It's kind of a pinky shade. I just want to put that all over. I'm going to kind of layer that on top of the other shade. So I'm going to add sparkle to that first shade. And then I'm going to go down here and add this sparkle. I told you I wanted to do something a bit bolder to the middle of the eye and on to the lid too. Oh, I'm really happy with that. So we have two different looks. Let me get my crazy hair out of the way. We have two different looks, one much more smoldering and sultry, and one a little bit more demure. And I mean, to me, that's worth it. You know, I'm not arguing with you guys that it's repetitive. I'm not. I won't even bother. I get it. But there's something about NARS. You know, give me a shout if you agree. There's just something about NARS that to me is so sophisticated, so beautiful, so New York and Parisian at the same time. And it does feel a little bit risky. And I understand they get a little crazy with their shade names and stuff. I haven't looked at the shade names here, but I'll put them on screen when I edit. But yeah, I love it. Unashamedly, I love NARS. I just think it's really, really pretty. But this is where we emphasize our whole community. You guys can tell me, and you're welcome to correct me if I'm wrong. You can ask for more swatches if you want. You can give me your thoughts. I love the dialogue. You don't have to just parrot my thoughts. You can, of course, have your own, and you can argue with me. I love it. It's fun. It's what makes us a community. So let me know all those things. Make sure you're subscribed. I'm looking at 20,000. We're almost there yet. How is the rest of your week going? What are your plans for New Year's Eve, which happens to be my birthday? I'm a New Year's Eve baby, I'm happy to say. So we have a lot of fun things coming up. A lot of new releases. All the new releases are starting to come in. I still have some little countdown things left over that I was filming on the way up to the Christmas holiday. So lots of good stuff coming up, and I can't wait to share it all with you. I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.